Hi guys! So we are back. We are back from our London-Berlin trip, and it was a lot of fun. Let's see, weather was nice, it was cooler over there. I can only say it in Celsius now, geez. But yeah, it was like around I think 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, so that was pretty nice. Sun wasn't always blaring, but I did still manage to get sun. I don't know if you can tell, because I'm wearing this shirt. You can actually see this is my tan line. So this was my white skin that I had all over because I hadn't been out in the sun in forever. So I know, shocking. Mary made us walk around in the daytime, so I got sun. I got a little bit of sunburn, but it's not too bad. Ooh, knocking over things. Don't tell Mary. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got a little sun. Mary, of course, is all tan, so I don't think she got a sunburn on this trip. But yeah, it was, I keep using the word fun, but it was really fun. Fantastic, amazing, whatever. Let's see. We went on quite a few tours. Most of them were free, but they were nice to actually hear about the history and see the buildings and have everything pointed out. We usually started off our first day with a tour, so we kind of saw a lot of the major sites, got our pictures out of the way, and then we were able to relax and go to markets and just kind of become a Londoner or Berliner. So it's pretty neat. I dropped something too. Oops. I'll pick it up in a second. Let's see. I guess I'll just make another video when I think of something else that I want to add to this, because obviously I haven't really said anything. But yeah, so pause for now, and I'll be back soon. I don't know why I did that. Okay, look away. I'm so ashamed. No. But yeah, bye! Okay, so Mary, if you had to sum up your London experience into a couple words, or a few words, of either our experience there or what your views about London, how did you do it? What would be those words?
Well, first off, I want to say I had a really good time in London, so don't take this the wrong way. Number one, crowded.
Yes.
I was in a 20-bed hostel. It was 3 beds. Each bunk was 3 beds. I was on the top bunk of my particular one. So that was crowded, as well as just the city of London was just filled with people. We went to Trafalgar Square, Leicester Square, Piccadilly Circus. It's just people sitting on fountains, on monuments, everywhere. It is just a lot of people. Second word I'd have is expensive. Everything was super expensive. If you look at something and you're like, gosh, I wouldn't pay $5 for that, but it's £5, and pounds is $1.67. So just okay, I wouldn't pay $5 for that. And I sure as heck am not paying $8.50 for that, or whatever the conversion is. That's not right, I already know. Anyway, it's just very expensive, but still, it's London. Okay, the next one I have is street markets and food stalls, and that was a good thing. I really enjoyed all the markets, the food markets, the street markets. It was a big, everybody was selling fresh food or homemade things, different clothes, flea markets, selling old things, new things. And the food at the food stalls at these food markets were very good. It was street food. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
And I had bookshops. Kelsey and I spent a lot of time looking for books at bookshops because we were in England and everything was in English. It was so nice. We could finally shop for books in a place where most of the books were in English, and we didn't have to go to one bookshelf that was designated as English. And my last thing is, from our last night in London, we stayed at the London Stansted Airport, and I just have English newspaper, Sudoku, cappuccino, chocolate raisinets.
So you have words just for that night?
Yeah, well, pretty much I just had English newspaper, and that reminded me of the Sudoku that we did while we were eating raisinets, and I was drinking a giant cappuccino, and it was really nice. Yes. Didn't get very much sleep that night, but that's what I have about London.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Alright. Alright, my turn for London. Alright, some of mine are going to repeat as Mary's, but yeah, that just shows you how true they are. But, okay, so first off, I have expensive. Yes, money, and also just figuring out their coin system. It's they had a coin that looked like our dime, the shape and the silver and everything, and it was worth, what was it, 5 cents or something? It was just everything, you thought you knew it, but you didn't. Second one, I have touristic. and I have a double meaning for this one. One is there was literally tourists everywhere. Like Mary said, they were all over the statues, all over the fountains. Like, you couldn't get a picture of like
Sitting.
anything. Yeah, they were just sitting. They were what's the word I'm thinking? They were like not loitering, but it's,
Mulling around.
I don't know. They were just like, they were climbing on statues. It was crazy. It's like, couldn't even really see some of them. But anyway, and then also lots of tours, because just over this whole trip we went on a lot of tours, most of them free, like I said in the previous one of these. But we just went on a lot of them. We went on the double decker, went on a Jack the Ripper free walking tour, and like on this boat. And they also talked about the buildings on that one too. So yeah. Let's see. 3, I have helpful. It was like whenever me and Mary like got lost, or if we had a question or something, or just had like a puzzled look on our face, we'd have someone just like pop up and be like, "Hey, can I help you? What are you looking for?" And like at first me and Mary were like, "Okay, man, where's my wallet?" Like thinking like they're like trying something, or like gonna like, I don't know. We're just not used to people coming up to us like that, I guess. I don't know.
And our mom always says never talk to strangers.
Yeah, never talk
And
to
to be
strangers.
careful.
And to be careful. But yeah, so I have that. And then 4, I have British. Everything was British because we were in London. But yeah, no, just like the different side of the roads with the cars coming, like always looked the wrong way. And then we were trying to ride bikes alongside, like on the other side of the cars, and it was just confusing. And yeah, and then we have like prams, lifts, rubbish bins, fish and chips, and we got to experience all of those except for really the prams, because that's just a stroller and we don't have a baby, so there's no need for that. But yeah, and then my 5th one is just Doctor Who, a little reference. Emily, you'll get it. Lauren, you won't, just because you are on the 11th Doctor and haven't watched 9th. But it was fantastic, and I can't say it in his voice, but every time I say it, I hear his voice in my head. So anyway, it was fantastic. I really had a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. I just wish it was cheaper. That was the only thing. And yeah. Oh, also, 6th thing, and then I'll be done. Strict border control. If you ever come over to London or England, like landing,
Whatever your entire life will be.
yeah, have your story straight and have documentation just proving it, because they really don't like the fact that people just there popping in and being a tourist. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, that's it. Okay, bye. All right, Mary. Now let's do the same thing for Berlin. How would you sum it up? What words?
Oh. Berlin is an amazing city.
Start off with that.
And that's all I have to say about that.
All right.
Number 2,
Oh, you're still going.
hipster.
Just kidding.
Oh
yeah, very hipster.
I would just describe Berlin as like hipsterville. Like all
Yeah.
these people dressed in their like, I bought this at a flea market, but I still look cool. I tried to look like this. I purposely messed up my hair in this way. I'm cool. Anyway, number 3, beer everywhere.
Yeah.
Open containers. People just walking down the street. I saw someone, I think it was like 9:30 in the morning on the subway, right, Kelsey? Those people sitting across from us?
Yeah.
I don't know. Kelsey's like, and she said to me, she's like, wow, it's so weird, like, to be in a country where, like, open containers are allowed on, like, public transport. Then we looked up at a sign that said, no food, no drinks, no alcohol, dogs allowed. So he wasn't following the rules. But outside in the streets, it's fine. And then I have kebab. Kebab from the Alexanderplatz stand in the actual subway station. Kelsey and I went there twice. The first time I got the doner kebab with chicken. The second time I got the gemüse vegetarian kebab. Prefer the chicken one, but still delicious. The sauces were great. Had a good time. And then the last thing I have is U2, which is the name of the subway line that we took all the time.
Yeah.
Back and forth pretty much from Alexanderplatz and Potsdamer Platz. Just U2. And we still didn't know what direction we were going in. What is it, Bernau or Pankow? I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, Berlin is an amazing city.
All right, so now Berlin. Let's see. First thing I have is historic. Obviously we learned about the Holocaust more and about Hitler, and like they have like where he died and like just a lot of information. It's very very historic, very cultured. Like we went on a lot of tours for this place as well, and just learned a lot. And I can't even read what I put there, but that's not a surprise. Okay, street performers. There's street performers all over the place. London had some too, but it just seemed like Berlin, there'd be one, and you walk like a couple 100 feet away, and then there'd be like another crowd, another street performer. But yeah, they were pretty neat though to watch, some of them, you know, for the most part. Compared to London, I found Berlin a little bit more relaxing. London, we were running around on bikes, and yeah, Mary basically tried to kill me. Just basically we had like 30 minutes to get to another like station, like park the bike so we didn't get charged again. And so we would just be like, I felt like we were sprinting, and we were just weaving in between like traffic, and again trying to figure out left side, right side, and like all this stuff, and like going up hills, and these bikes were heavy, they weren't like light like the road bikes. So like I was dying. I was not in shape for that, and we were just doing that all the time from like when we woke up at like 7 or 8. That's right, she didn't let me sleep in. Yeah, there's no rest on vacation, no rest on holiday. But yeah, we were just rushing around since like we got up until we got back at like 10 or 11, and yeah, I was exhausted by the end. Let's see. Anyway, that was London, and then Berlin, relaxing, just because we got to like, first day we basically saw all the sights, and then we the rest of the days we got to just like walk through markets and kind of just like be like the locals and just, you know, hang out and just kind of a little bit more relaxing. And also, Mary already said this, but open containers. There was people walking around everywhere with like a beer, just like all the time, like anywhere you went. Yeah, it was just pretty crazy because you don't really see that in the States like that unless it's like a festival or something where, you know. But this was like on trains, just walking the street in the store. When we're on a tour with people, like just buy one, yeah. Tour guide, the tour guide would be drinking. Like, it was an interesting thing to watch. But yeah, and then also last thing I have is spread out. It seemed like it was a lot more spread out than London. We obviously couldn't do the bikes, although they did have bikes, and also I told Mary that I didn't want to do the bikes, so we didn't do that. We got the transportation pass, so we got to use the basically the U-Bahn or the subway system that they had worked out, along with like the buses and the metro and like all that stuff. So that worked out, so we just hopped on that, and like Mary said, we're just back and forth because that's how we decided to do it. But yeah, overall a lot of fun. Again, I really enjoyed our whole trip. And I am glad to be back here because we did get to sleep in today, which was nice because both of us are what, Mary?
Sick.
We're sick.
We made soup.
We made soup tonight. I basically had like a cold or something going on with me, like starting off in the beginning, like day 1 of our trip. So Mary wasn't too happy when I told her that. But on the way back, Mary started getting sick, and yeah, so healing from that. And I have some rashes on the tops of my hands and my wrists. I don't know what the heck's going on with that, but I think it's going away. Oh yeah, the back of my knees I have a weird rash, and the lower part of my back I have a weird rash.
From your backpack.
From my backpack. I think that one's more of a chafing thing because I could never get the straps quite right, so it was always like wonky. And yeah, anyway. We're just recovering, and so that's one of the reasons why we got to sleep in today, because Mary was sick and she was tired and got to finally sleep. And now we're just basically hydrating and drinking soup, and Mary has her tissues, her little roll of toilet paper right near her bed.
My medicine.
And her medicine. And earlier today, I'll play a clip of exactly how Mary felt. So there you go. It's coming up right now.
I want my mommy.
Why?
I don't feel good. I'm sick. I want my mommy.
Oh. Millie.